Oh, my God. No, don't applaud. Why are you applauding? Why are you applauding? You know why you're applauding? Because I ta-da'd. That's why. Nothing preceded the ta-da, nothing happened after the ta-da. You applauded a ta-da on its own. And that bothers me. That bothers me on America's Got Talent. You know why? Because magicians do that to make things seem better than they actually are. Even if you watch a shitty trick, if he does this, you, the audience, go, oh, that must have been terrific. Why would he ta-da if it's just a shitty trick, right? It makes things look better. You know what? Forget magic, forget entertainment. We should do it around the house to make things seem better than they actually are. Like, honey, I just took the garbage out. It was under the sink, and now it's gone. I've been with my wife for over 40 years now, so after sex, that's how I dismount. That way she thinks it was better than it actually was. Don't laugh, it works. I hear her saying things like, wow, Howie, how'd you do it that fast? And you know what? A magician never tells. I don't have to do that for sex. Sex is always good. Sex is always good. Are there people that have been in long relationships? Yeah, like me? How long? How long?
I really can't tell you.
You can't tell me. Why can't you tell me? It's a secret. Oh, you're not supposed to be with him. That's why you're sitting. Go, somebody tell me, how long have you been in a relationship?
39.
What?
30.
29 years. And is this 33? Oh, you win. Okay, and is the sex as good as it's always been? What? Those are your children. So tell me, is the sex as good as it's always been? You're keeping your mouth. Okay, I'll help you because you don't want to talk in front of the kids. It's as good as it's always been. It's just not as frequent as it's been. Right? Right, I see, he said, right. No, and the way she looks at him, you see the way she's looking at him? It's true, I'll get you off the hook. It's always the women. See, what happens is when we're young and it's fresh and it's new, women are just like us. They want to have sex anytime, everywhere, like crazy. But as the relationship goes on, women, and only the women, make excuses, ridiculous excuses not to have sex that make no sense to a man, but we love you and we respect you, so we don't say what we're thinking. We just roll over, we cry a little, and we go to sleep. But it's always the women. You make ridiculous excuses. Yes! What do you mean no? It's never the man. What man have you ever heard, honey, you take your mouth off my dick right now? Do you know what kind of day I have had? I was up at 9, I drove the kids to soccer, you are not going to suck this. There is no way. But women, well, that's the most common one that makes no sense. Not tonight, I have a headache. That makes no sense, right? You know what we want to say? Honey, I'll be nowhere near your head. I'll be way down here. I'll be in and out like a mouse. You don't even have to. That's like saying I can't go dancing, my finger hurts. That makes no sense to me. I talked about it on The Tonight Show, my own wife. I went home one night, as I talked about this phenomenon, I went home one night and my wife is up in bed, she's reading. She says, how was the show? I said, the show was great. I'm looking at her, my wife is beautiful and sexy, and I went, honey, you wanna? She didn't want to. But this was her excuse. She goes, Howie, it's 1:30 in the morning. You know what I wanted to say? What time does your vagina close? Why don't you just lower your panties so I can read the hours and I will never be late again? I told that on The Tonight Show and I was so afraid to go home because I know that she had watched it. But I went home. Let me tell you how funny and beautiful the girl I married is. She answers the door with a note on her pants. You know what it said? Back in 20.